Now, jumping into our next movie, continuing our series getting ready for John Wick 4, we saw John Wick 3 Parabellum from 2019. And I don't think
Yeah.
you saw this before.
No, I hadn't seen this one before.
I saw it in the theater, so I've previously seen this. What are your thoughts on this movie?
It's better.
We're gonna spoil this.
Better than the second one.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
say
most
that.
people agree the second one is probably
Better
the
than the
weakest.
second one, which was bad, but the first one is still better. And I don't know.
We can spoil this. I mean,
It's not really for me. I'm not really a. It's not really a thing.
not into John Wick.
Not that much, no.
Yeah, you're not gonna go see John Wick
I don't
4.
think so. It's not really for me.
I like how this movie it picks up right where 2 left off.
Yeah. It's
So he's
like
got an
next.
hour. He's considered. He's classified as excommunicado now. So
Yeah.
he's excommuted from this Assassins Guild
learn
and
more about
everything.
the guild
And now everyone's after him because there's a
hotels.
bounty on him for $10 million.
So we get we learn about a next kind of group in the guild, which is like the auditors or whatever, and I
Yeah.
don't know.
The adjudicator comes to
Adjudicators, yeah.
come and boss around Ian McShane.
Ian McShane gets
and he
in
doesn't
trouble.
like that.
They all get in trouble.
John Wick's on the run,
For
so
helping
he goes
John
to Casablanca and teams up with Halle Berry and her dogs. She's got 2 dogs.
Yeah, she has very well trained.
And then they go and meet up with meet up with another guy who's apparently at the high table or close to it. It's Braun from Game of Thrones. I don't know what that actor's name is, but they meet up with him, and
It doesn't go well for him.
no, he gets bit by the dogs. Not gonna spoil exactly what happens to him, but then they get into a big fight because they don't like what he has to say, and then John Wick has to go see this guy out in the desert who's above the high table, and they didn't need this part. They should have cut that whole thing out. They should have just met with Braun from Game of Thrones, and then that was it, and then they could go back to New York. The part in the desert was kind of dumb, and he has to go out there, and to prove his loyalty, he has to chop off his finger, his wedding ring finger, and then give the guy his wedding ring. And I'm sitting there, why didn't he just give him the ring instead of chopping off his finger? Like, just take off your ring.
It's part of these rules of the guild. It's all of these weird rules.
But now
of the
he's
guild.
missing a finger, and then as soon as he goes back to New York, he gets sent back to New York to kill Ian McShane. As soon as he gets there, he's like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So why'd you chop off your finger?
We got the Iron Chef in there the whole time. He's like chasing him the whole time. The Iron Chef.
And he's fanboying out, okay?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm such a big fan, but I'm still gonna kill you.
He gets to make a little bit of sushi in the movie. Yeah, so I don't know.
The action was
it's
good.
It's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah,
it was good. It's weird. Like, that hotel is this weird room, like, with glass everywhere.
And he's fighting all the best assassins from the high table, and they're wearing all this armor, so they can't kill them. They keep shooting them. But they can't. But they just it just knocks them over from the momentum.
Yeah.
But unless you like actually put the gap in the armor and shoot them in the neck, close range, they're still alive. So they have to get armor-piercing rounds.
I think the problem is with the movie. At this point, now that we're in number 3, we know that anyone that his enemy is gonna end up dead. There's no like suspense there. We know the Iron Chef is like. From the get-go. Like, we know anybody that he puts his target on is not going to make it.
Because John Wick is the boogeyman.
He's
Baba Yaga.
So it's kind of like a little bit, it's just waiting to see how they're going to do it. And, of course, they have all these stylized ways of doing it. So, I don't know.
At one point near the end, before he's fighting the Iron Chef, he's fighting these 2 Asian guys, and they're beating the crap out of him. And essentially, they let him live, but they could have killed him at a few points.
I know.
They let him live, and then he lets them live.
Yeah, it doesn't really follow the code. I don't know. They have all this respect for each other. There's all this respect in the hotel, and then they just kill each other.
But doesn't it seem as if everyone in this world is part of this assassin's group?
Yeah, it's so over the top.
It's like, okay, we got to go to the sushi place and get the Iron Chef.
Right.
Meanwhile, everyone in the park at the beginning, they stop on command from Ian McShane, so they're all part of it too.
And if
That might
you're
have been
a
at the end
woman,
of the
you
last
have
one.
to have a tattoo to work there.
Everyone's got tattoos.
Well, not everyone. Only the women have tattoos. Now he has a tattoo because he's from the Belarusians.
Yeah, he's from Belarus, and we learn more of his backstory. Gianovich or something is his real name.
Yeah.
So the point of these movies is we just keep learning more and more about this world, and it gets deeper and deeper into it. And they try to keep coming up with different ways of having cool action scenes with John Wick,
Yeah.
and he has to kill everyone because. So in this one, he was on a horse. There was some good stuff where he was fighting with the horses in the stables. Because when you're in New York, what do? You go to the horse stables apparently for all the horse-drawn carriages. So he goes there and he kills some guys with the horses. With the back
really
legs,
good
that's
at the
good.
Horses.
Then he's on the horse.
He's on the horse like
and
a
he's
Western movie.
And he's being tracked, and he's being chased by ninjas on motorcycles. So he's got to fight them.
He can do fancy.
Then at one
riding.
point, he's in this museum he wanders into, and he has to build a gun from the 1900s, from the Old West, because the people who put it together wrong. So he has to like take the different parts and put it together.
Western stuff. I don't know. It's just kind of. It gets so foolish, but it's not that suspenseful because you know in the end they're not going to die. The people that he's friends with are not going to die most part, and the people that he wants rid of are going to be dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We didn't see what happened to Halle Berry, so they could bring her back. Ian McShane's still alive. The concierge is still alive. The Iron Chef is.
No.
I don't think they'll bring back the Iron Chef.
Well, he's in pieces.
He got impaled.
I think he didn't make it.
Maybe.
He talked for a really long time.
But in this world, they might bring him back.
Dead.
John Wick got thrown off a building at the end, and he's still fine because he's wearing his super suit.
It's a bit like Spider-Man or something.
It's a bit comic book wacky at times.
Too much, yeah.
My complaint about these movies is not the action. They do a good job with the action and expanding the world. My complaint about these movies is they keep including stuff that isn't needed. All that stuff in the desert, you gotta cut all that out.
It's all about a style.
And some of the action scenes go on too long. I don't need a movie to be 2 hours and 11 minutes. And now this new one, number 4, that's coming out near the end of the month, is supposedly almost 3 hours long. I think it's 2 hours, 49 minutes. That's way too long for a fast-paced action movie.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't think...
They're trying to stylize it and make it fancy. And I don't know. The desert part didn't make much sense. Apparently that's what you got to do, cut off your finger or something.
Yeah, after walking in the desert till you're almost dead, then they find you.
I don't know. It's
getting a bit crazy.
It is a bit over the top, so I'm not really a big fan, but this one was much better than the second one.
But not as good as the first one.
No. The first one didn't get into all of this nitty-gritty about the organization and the guild.
So we know about the coins, we know about the markers.
It was a good story.
Oh, one thing that was good at the beginning was he has a fight in the library, and he kills this giant guy with a book.
Oh, yeah. Well, the whole idea
beats the crap out of him with a hardcover book.
Is that he killed a guy with a pencil. That's what the first one goes on about.
Hmm.
And so now this time he kills the guy with the book. And he was a very big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it's not really my thing, I think.
So you're probably not going to go see this. I'm excited for John Wick 4. Is anyone out there excited for John Wick 4? Do you like John Wick 3, which we just spoiled? If you do enjoy these movies, let us know your thoughts. I'm enjoying them. Christine, not so much. I think they should be faster paced and shorter.
They didn't need that
and then it would be more impactful, like the first one was.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our thoughts on John Wick 3 Parabellum from 2019. That was 4 years ago. It's all pre-pandemic, right? And now we're getting the fourth one.
AKA 10 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's...